Three Soviet archaeologists stood at the entrance of a tomb in Samarkand. They had been warned by the elders, by the locals, by the Islamic scholars who guarded the site. They warned them in writing. They warned them in person. They said, "Do not open this tomb." The archaeologists opened it anyway. Inside was the body of the most feared conqueror in human history, Timur, known to the world as Tamerlane, a man who built pyramids out of human skulls, who reduced entire cities to ash, who killed an estimated 17 million people, 5% of the entire world population at the time. He had been dead for 536 years, and someone had left him a message, carved into the inner lid of the sarcophagus. In 3 places, 3 separate inscriptions. The first read, "Whoever disturbs my tomb will unleash an invader more terrible than I." The second, "Whoever opens this tomb shall be defeated." The third, and this is the one the Soviet archaeologists did not translate until later, simply read, "Do not open." They opened it on the 19th of June, 1941. They photographed the remains. They measured the bones. They removed the skull. They were thorough, professional, methodical. 3 days later, on the 22nd of June, 1941, Nazi Germany launched Operation Barbarossa, the largest military invasion in human history. 3 million soldiers crossed into Soviet territory simultaneously, along a front line nearly 3,000 kilometers wide. Within weeks, the Soviet Union was losing on a scale that had no precedent. Cities fell. Armies collapsed. Millions died. The archaeologist who led the excavation was a man named Mikhail Gerasimov. He was celebrated, decorated, a hero of Soviet science. He did not believe in curses. He said so publicly, repeatedly, but something happened to Gerasimov after the excavation. He became obsessed, not with Tamerlane's military conquests, not with the historical significance of the find, with the face. He spent years reconstructing Tamerlane's face from the skull, working alone, late at night. Colleagues described him as changed after the excavation, quieter, more withdrawn, as if he had seen something in that tomb he could not explain. He never spoke about it directly. He never had to, because the war was speaking for itself. By late 1942, the Soviet Union had suffered casualties beyond calculation. Stalin, who did not believe in God, did not believe in curses, did not believe in anything he could not control, ordered the remains returned, quietly, with full Islamic burial rites. No announcement, no explanation, no acknowledgement that the reburial had anything to do with the war. The remains of Tamerlane were returned to Samarkand in November 1942, re-interred with prayers, with ceremony, with everything the elders had asked for before the tomb was opened. The following month, the Soviet Union won the Battle of Stalingrad, the turning point of the entire war, the moment the Nazi advance stopped forever. Historians call the timing a coincidence. Military analysts point to supply lines, weather, strategic overextension. All that is true. All of it can be verified, documented, explained. But the elders of Samarkand do not discuss the military logistics. They discuss the warning, carved in stone, in 3 places, by a man who had been dead for 5 centuries, who apparently still had something to say. The tomb of Tamerlane sits in Samarkand today, restored, preserved, open to visitors. The sarcophagus is back in place. The inscriptions are still visible. Tourists photograph them every day. Most of them smile. Most of them do not read what they are photographing. The elders of Samarkand watch them and say nothing, because the warning was already given once, and nobody listened.